Senator Mark Wayne Mullin, Republican of Oklahoma, characterized former President Obama's interaction with President-elect Trump at the National Cathedral Thursday as an effort to kiss the ring of the incoming commander-in-chief. That's what I think about his comments. I mean, it's about a redemption story, right? I mean, the greatest political comeback of all times, Mullin said of the Republican on an appearance of the Benny Show. What you see right now is Barack Obama realizing it and realized that he kind of probably should kiss the ring because President Trump is the most popular man in the world and probably the most popular man in our lifetime around the world, and everybody recognizes that now, he told host Benny Johnson. The world watched in surprise the two exchange pleasantries while attending the funeral of former President Carter. It was a stark contrast to the contentious relationship the two former presidents had during the 2024 election cycle. While campaigning for Vice President Harris, who was also at the cathedral Thursday, Obama painted a stark picture of Trump as a villain who shouldn't gain a second term in office. During one stop in Pennsylvania, he compared Trump to Cuban dictator Fidel Castro. You have leaders who are going to try to help, and then you have a guy who will just lie about it to score political points, and this has consequences, Obama told the audience during an October event in the swing state. The idea of intentionally trying to deceive people in their most desperate and vulnerable moments, and my question is, when did that become okay, he added. Trump also criticized his White House predecessor on the campaign trail, calling him a jerk and accusing him of being a divider. Obama and his wife, former First Lady Michelle Obama, were both targets of the president-elect following their remarks at the Democratic National Convention. Despite the back and forth, the two were caught smiling at each other ahead of the memorial service while sitting behind Harris and second gentleman Doug Emhoff. At one time, the vice president turned and seemingly sighed at something the two men were laughing about. Mullin said it's a sign that Trump has regained respect in the political arena, making him well positioned with Inauguration Day less than 2 weeks away. President Trump is sitting in a good spot and he is very relaxed, Oklahoma Republican noted. I mean, I've seen a completely different side of him since November 6th. He's very relaxed, very happy, and is willing to just kind of put bygones behind him and move forward. So, I think, and I've never seen the first name Mark Wayne. Like I've seen Mark Twain, right? But Mark Wayne. But putting that aside, is Trump's comeback the greatest political comeback of all times? It definitely is. I'd say one of them, at least in American history. I mean, the fact that only one former president ever did this before last November is significant. But where we start to have our disagreements is where he says Obama realizes that he kind of probably should kiss the ring. Well, what does that mean? Is Obama going to now suddenly be in favor of a border wall and support repealing the ACA? I mean, all they did was just talk during a funeral, which presidents have their own little like small club and they tend to mingle and interact with each other. I know that he hasn't had anywhere near as good of a relationship with Trump as he did with Bush, who I remember infamously would not say anything negative about Obama damn near the entire time he was president. But when he says Trump is the most popular man in the world and probably the most popular man in our lifetime around the world, and everyone recognizes that I dispute that. His approval rating is crap. It's always been, at least since he's been a politician, somewhere below or around 50%. He's not popular. He's extremely well known. He is successful in terms of coming back from political ruin and maintaining the stranglehold on his party for 9 years. But I would never say that he's the most popular person and most popular man in the world. He's just because someone's really well known doesn't mean they're popular, and that's been very much displayed by the fact that he won a first term and then lost, and then even after winning the popular vote, it still wasn't by that much. Like a lot of these states where he beat Harris, it could have gone either way. It's just, I guess I'm the comments he's making make it sound like, just for example, if Trump defeated Harris in 35 states, 40 states, right? Something similar to Bush against Dukakis in 88. I would be more open to saying, yeah, damn, this is a hell of a comeback. And it is still an important comeback in terms of, a former president retaking the White House. But it is not this showing of having national support. There are still a lot of people that do not like Trump that will never like Trump. Some good reasons, I think. Some for reasons that are kind of goofy. But the point is that there's nothing here that would even indicate Obama's kiss in the ring, just because he spoke to Trump at a service for another president, and there's nothing here that would indicate that Trump is anywhere near being one of the most popular people in the world. He has, since 2015, been a very divisive figure. In modern American politics, that's pretty much par for the course with everybody, but you're just not going to see me co-sign to that. And when he takes office in 2 weeks, you can bet that Obama is either going to criticize him every couple of months, right, or he'll just refrain from saying nothing. Trump is not gonna, like, there's no capitulation and I don't even like Obama, so it's I'm telling you outright, there's no capitulation just because he spoke to him at the funeral. He's kissing the ring. Man, get out of here.